We are going to have a look at the TO5 and the Take 5, but mostly the focus is the TO5 this time. And I'm grabbed myself a cup of tea and I have a nice mug here with the Tetris brand, which is the best game ever. However, in this video, I'm trying to keep my talking as low as a little as possible, because I know that most of you want to hear this beautiful thing, and I'm going to point out some things that I like, and I can say that I cannot say that this one is better than that one or that one's better than that one, because they are in their own division. They are really nice. Something I want to point out that are these machines like how to say, do you need a Prophet 6 or an OB6 if you have these machines? The answer is yes, of course. I mean, they are nice. That's the easiest answer. But these machines are in their own place, I would say. And it's very fun to have a mod matrix with the Oberheim synthesizer, and vice versa with a synth that has a modified Prophet 5 filter. So let's start off. I'm going to make something I like to do most, and it's to put two saw, detune one. But you hear that if I go to an initialize patch on the Take 5, it sounds louder, because I think you've seen in other videos that there's like a program volume here. Should be, at least, if I can find it, voice volume it's called. I guess that if you take to 110, it should be almost identical as the Take 5. If you go way higher, it's way more risk that you start to make an internal distortion, or clipping, I should say. We start there. And what I like is that having the two saw waves, we can modulate the oscillator to detune with an LFO, which is really nice. You sample and hold. What I like, if we compare these two synthesizers, I really like that you have an individual button to change the wave shape on the LFO, but this one you need to trigger the menu to walk to walk the wave shapes through. I mean, but that's not a big thing. This is the nice thing with an Oberheim. And what I like with this SEM filter is that you can change the state, not like low pass, high pass, or notch. I mean, you can make it variable, changing here. So instead of just switching, you can morph between them. And one thing I like is to keep it a little bit morphed open around here. I call it, but it's not the correct term, but I call it to make the filter bleed a bit of the frequencies, but it's a mix of the different states. And we can add some envelope. This is the interesting thing that I like to point out of the TO5, is that the envelopes, they feel, of course, more digital than compared to the OB6. Not in a bad thing, because sometimes I like to have more the precise control of the envelopes compared to having them too much sloppy, analog. But they are not sloppy on the OB6, I promise you. They're very tight anyway, but there's a different feeling to them. And I'm not sure how they are constructed, the synthesizer. I mean, the internal flow. Perhaps they are built on the same principles. I'm not sure, but I think there's a difference. And if you listen to the sound, I mean, there's nothing that really takes over the sound. It's they are like bit, I would say, not flat, but they are very kind in the mix compared to the pure analog ones, which are brutal in the mix. Let's add some resonance. It's so fun with the SAM filter, you know. Don't you agree how good it is? And I like to add some effect, you know, chorus. The chorus, I think it's very actually very good on sequential Oberheim synthesizer. I apologize now if I'm going to say sequential, because that's the term I normally talk about, but let's say Oberheim on this one. But it's a sequential development, also in collaboration, I guess. I mean, look at it, how it looks, and those, of course, there's no brainer. And that was the chorus. And I like it, not bad. And the reverb on these machines are very good, actually. I say they are better than the OB6 Prophet 6 reverb. I really think I should save this sound. I want to add so the modulation wheel is controlling the filter. Going source. I know the modulation wheel should be assigned here somewhere, so I don't want to duplicate it. There it was. And I assign it to the cutoff. It's so easy. I mean, you press source, twist the source, and press destination, and twist the destination, and there you got it. They are so easy to program, these Oberheim sequential machines. Just tweaking it. I write and save this one. What I like is that when you press write, if you're not sure what patch it was before, you can, while it's in write mode, press compare, and I see which one it was, and I know it was a factory preset, and then I write it over, because I want to make my own presets. I love it. So, two things here. If you were thinking like, what's the big difference now compared to a Take 5 and a TO5? Well, the two big differences here, which is the main big differences, are that it's a SAM filter, it has the resonance behavior that is definitely not the same as the Take 5. It's a 12 dB filter, but it's not only that, it's also that it's state variable, and I've been opening the state a bit. So if you listen to this is with completely low pass. I bet that I could make the sound like a little bit similar on a Take 5 if it would be that, but if I change the state here on the filter, you get this nice sizzling sound. And I'm sure that it wouldn't be that easy to achieve the exact same sound on the Take 5. But on the other hand, the Take 5, those sounds that the TO5 is not capable to do. But, you know, that's why we are always ending up poor and buying machines, because we love them and we have all favorites everywhere. And we keep the source, you know, everything, but let's change the saw waves to squares. And you might saw that I can't disable the waves like that, because at least to be at it has to be at least one wave. But if I enable squares, I can then, or other wave, I can then do like that. For some reason, you know, I really wish that we could disable the oscillators in this way. That would be it's a logic approach that my mind wants to do. I'm not so accustomed to go here and disable them, but that's the architecture, how it should be designed, and it's okay. It would be cumbersome if you have more of these open and had to close all the three to be able to disable the oscillator. Okay, let's do some pulse width. Let's modulate it. I love this synth, you know. Now it's in notch mode. And now I'm turning down the resonance. Also, you know, it's hopeless when making sounds like we are saving as much as we can here. I'm going to put it there. This was the sound, other sound. And here is the one we... cross mod. I think that the take 5 will not have so much attention in this video. That's how it is in this video. I'm trying to think, like, what can we do to make the sound interesting? Should we make some stereo panning, you know? You can make voice spread, but right now I want to try to make the... I just want to take an LFO to change the panning here to start with. See if I can find... There you are, panning. Now you hear it's when wandering around in the stereo image. If we remove the effect, it's more clear. But that becomes a little bit uncomfortable to listen to. I think I reduced it a bit, you know, the amount, and I think it's a little bit better. and reducing the, you know, you can reduce the volume or increase them by holding the oscillator or the noise or the sub, and then you can change the value there. As you can hear, I was adding noise to it. And I think I want to save this sound also. There was some really good inspiration today. I want this to be like attacking, but I want to have it to go way more when I open the modulation wheel. Where are you? There you are. Let's put it around 60. Try this. So where do we start the cutoff point here? Let's try. Perhaps there. It should be like a little bit open. Then when you move the wheel, that's huge, you know. That's nice. Let's try to add saw waves. Holy crap. But for the pad sound, I don't think they really do well, but I want it to be transparent and smooth, you know, in the sound. But when you add the saw waves, it becomes a little bit pointy. So that's fine. I'm not sure. I think we save it as a pad sound. Right. Let's go for this one too. And that was a preset there. And I save it there also. Okay, we started here. Then we arrived here. And finally we went here. That's awesome, you know. Now I want to do something that I really love to do. It's creating a patch with 2 triangles, detuning it a bit. Of course we need to increase the volume. And I'd like to add chorus. If you like my chorus setting, it's going like this. From the left knob to the right one, it's 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Let's add reverb. There's one thing I want to point out on the TO5 and the Take 5. I know I'm very picky, but it feels like when you're starting the effect, it's something that's happening to the audio. It's like it loses a little bit of the body in the sound of some reason, but that's no biggie, because when we are listening to the full track, we are equalizing. That's not really a big problem, because then we will make so many changes that this is completely irrelevant. No reverb on this one, perhaps. Want to make it long decay. I want to have an LFO that modulates the detune. Slowly. I want to make it a seventh, so I tune it to the G note. Now we're getting somewhere. Increasing the resonance on a SEM filter grabs the harmonic in a nice way. Sorry for that, getting excited, you know. And what more should we do? We can try to modulate the filter a little bit with the noise. So I press source and hold, press noise once, destination hold, and move the cutoff. I add a small amount, like 10 or something. Oh, nice. But perhaps it's a little bit too much noise. Reduce it to 4. Let's crank the reverb up a bit, take it halfway. The size, pre-delay. And we can play around with the filter and the amount of the envelope on the filter. What I want to do is to make the filter open a bit more when we are reaching the higher notes, and I think there is a program menu here which will have filter key amount. There it is. So when I increase this, it will open the filter more the higher I play on the keyboard. Put it all the way up to 127 maximum value. There we are. I'm not sure if I have the sound, so guess what? I save it. Not sure if I made that one back in the time. Better safe than sorry. Low pass. A little bit open low pass morph. Oh, nice. Something that would be absolutely nice is that if I go to source and I'm going to make a pan spreading here. You don't have a pan spread knob of these ones, but you go to voice spread as a source and then you add pan as the destination. Would be nice if this could be like a quick way to do this, but you know, we cannot get everything in one synth, that's how it is. And increase the amount, perhaps 40. So what I think is that this sound is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I save it. So as you can see, the mod matrix can give us a lot of possibilities. Like we can add, well, the big difference here is that I mean the pan spread are available on the other synth as something that's more of a knob function. This one you need to go in the mod matrix to add it. But to add noise from the mod matrix to the filter is something that would, I think on the OB6 you would need to sacrifice the LFO to make it random and speed it up to maximum to make it a noise generator that you can add to the filter. Perhaps write in a comment if I'm wrong about this, because I'm not spending too much time always with all the synths I have. Oh my. This sounded good without chorus, so it would be nice also, I'm going to say before I go completely crazy with this patch. So perhaps it would be nice with the bucket brigade delay. If you sync it, I know that they are not showing what value you're on when you're moving the time, but around, I guess, 11 o'clock is the 8th dotted. I think it's there. Now you have one evidence here that I'm not playing so much on a Take 5, but I think that I want to focus the TO5 in this video because you would be not so happy if I would jump between them. I wouldn't get any good thing out when not having focus on one. Okay, I reset the sound again by loading in the patch. We're going to try the effect called Lo-Fi. Sounds a bit like, you know, a tape recorder that's warbling around. I would say the effects are actually useful on this machine. And we are resetting the patch again. For that reason why I love sequential and Oberheim synthesizer, that you can save patches, go back to the presets, and you don't have to, you know, spend time to patch too much with cables and things like that. But it's a charm by itself, you know. It's very nice to have the modular possibilities also, but I'm really tired of cabling around. I'm really stuck at this sound. Let's try to change the waveforms a bit. Oh, that was nice also. The saw waves, both. If you listen now, listen to this. You can hear a slight punching tone. And you hear this sizzling, you know, this warmth sound. I know warmth sound, what is it in the terms? It's just a way to describe it as warm and nice. Not being sterile, but I know it's a weird term anyway in electronics. However, let's try to add some portamento. A tiny bit can be nice, you know. I'm going to change it to... what should I change it to? Fixed time. I don't remember which it was. Fixed time, I guess. That's how it should be. In this case, I know other things are not wrong, but how I want it this time. If we go back to the triangles, saw waves, detune. Perhaps I had a detune already. I had on the LFO. I turned it off. Let's try the triangles without the detune LFOing. How does it sound with 2 pulse width? Changed it more to high pass, between notch and high pass, reducing the resonance. Increasing. Pulse width. And we forgot the sub oscillator exists. Well, I guess that will cover the video for today. I mean, if you are still here and watching this video, which I would be surprised if you do, but what I can say is that you can get lost for hours in this synthesizer, and it was the same with Take 5 also, and still is. But this one tends to be a little bit more, magical to its sound. But I know what term would that be? But it's really nice. I love it so much. Um, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see what video I will come up with next time.